Hey everybody, welcome back to the Comic Book Theater. Jay here with another digital first review. Today I'm reviewing Adventures of Supergirl Chapter 3. The title of this chapter is Wake Up Calls. It is written by Sterling Gates with art by Bengal. Rampage has Supergirl in a cage that was once her cell on Fort Roz, and through a flashback she tells her how her and her sister Moyer were in prison as children for patricide. Alex rescues Kara, but in the process that she also lost her. We meet Rampage's humanoid persona, Karen Faulkner, which is a nice play on her comic name by turning the K in Karen to a C and the K spelling in Faulkner with a Q. We find out that about her and her sister, how they came to Earth. Her sister's name Moyer, and that name is also tied to her comic book roots, which is in the comic books, Dr. Thomas Moyers was a colleague that turned off the system safeties that actually resulted in the accident that turned Faulkner into Rampage. So I thought that was a nice little nod by Sterling Gates. And you know what? That wasn't the end of it, because he also goes and he makes, now as I said in my D.E.O file, they were Rampage is a human who in an accident got turned into it in the comic books. But here she's a Burnian. Now, this is a nice little nod to comic books because Burnian is a reference to John Burns, the creator of Rampage in the comic books. I mean, I just loved how Sterling Gates did that. I also loved how they played off the solar absorption of her powers and kind of made it like a carnival mirror type thing to Kryptonians by making them turn into this hulking creature instead of, just becoming super powered. So, I also loved the tragedy of the story. She was able to control her rampages, Karen was, and her sister wasn't, which led to her capture and presumably death by Alex. So I really loved the story a lot. And I also loved the Kara moments because we got to actually hear more about her thoughts in her early days on Earth. So I really loved that. And I think Sterling Gates is killing it with the story. I'm giving it 5 stars. Now, the art by Bengal actually is really good. Now, it does not meet my qualification for perfect because it does not portray the actors' appearances in the issue. But you know what? I'm still giving this a higher score than last issue because the details were there, and I love the emotion he conveyed in the art. So I'm giving the art 4.5 stars for the art. Now, I love this issue, and I thought this chapter. I thought the first 2 chapters told a nice, good story, and I don't think we've seen the last of Rampage either. And I don't think we've heard the last about Moyer. And I'm really looking forward to what the next story is going to be because it's called Droxed. That's what was at the end of this chapter. And if you know your DC comics like I do, you know the name Drox is actually a Kaluan name. So could we be seeing a Brainiac type character in the next arc? I hope so. But for this one, with the story getting 5 stars and the arc getting 4.5 stars, I'm giving this an overall 4.75 stars. And I say pick this Adventures of Supergirl up. Pick it up digitally, and then when it comes out and released in book form, pick that up too because it's well worth the money. Well, those are my thoughts. Now I want to know yours in the comments below. Also, like this video, subscribe to the Comic Book Theater, check out and subscribe to Comic Frontline. Check out Comic Frontline, the site, for all the latest previews, reviews, news, and interviews, along with fun, unique features with daily updates. And don't forget to like and follow the Comic Book Theater, Media Madness, and Comic Frontline on Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. I'll include all these links in the description below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next review.